Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to your Jupiter special. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. In July of 2014 and until August of 2015, Jupiter will be moving through the sign of Leo. Now, wherever Jupiter goes, so go our biggest and brightest blessings. Jupiter moves through a sign about once every year or so, and during that time brings expansion, opportunity, luck, new perspectives, new people, and just an overall feeling of faith that things really can get better. And it's largely because of that faith that things very often do. It'll be a really exciting time, a really exciting year as Jupiter moves through the sign of Leo. I have created a separate introduction video to talk about Jupiter moving through Leo for our collective experience. So please click on your screen, have a look at that as well. And how Jupiter speaks to you in your sign is coming up right now. Hello, fabulous Scorpio. Thank you for being here. Well, this year you are going to have Jupiter moving through the very top part of your sky. And this really represents the highest that you can go in this lifetime. It has to do with legacy. It has to do with achievement and goals. And it does have to do with career, because that is one major avenue in which we realize a lot of these higher aims that we have. And so Jupiter moving through the sign of Leo. When I look at this for you, there are a few things that really stand out for me. One is, of course, just on the surface, this is set to be a really good year where it comes to career and where it comes to making the right impression on authority figures. And so this particular setting is a really good time to be doing things like going for promotions, having job interviews. All of these situations tend to go really well when you've got Jupiter in this particular placement for you. But the other thing that I find really interesting about what's taking place here is the fact that Jupiter is speaking with such harmony with Uranus, really dancing with Uranus over the course of about a year in this dance of harmony, which suggests to me that some of the biggest gains that you are going to make really are going to feel like they came out of nowhere. That doesn't mean that they actually did. What it means is that the best opportunities, the biggest breakthroughs you have are those that are almost like you've been sort of building the groundwork for a while, in some cases in some very quiet moments. I think about Jupiter moving through the sign of Cancer, which you're just finishing off now, having spoken with and speaking with Saturn in your sign, being in a very harmonious fellow water sign to yours. So this was a time when vision was really opening up, when you were thinking about how to really bring together this idea of inspiration and hope and a more inspired future with what needs to happen today on the most practical level, and having the commitment to the process that to actually get you there. And so I think about how you've been engaged in this process over the course of the last year, and now a lot of that is going to start to pay off. So a lot of the understandings and the things you started putting into place already are going to experience their breakthroughs, sometimes absolutely out of the blue. I look at this particular conversation playing out, and it does seem to suggest to me that yes, there is progress to be made on the work front. I do think that a lot of that progress is likely to come about through the work that you demonstrate and the work that you do. So that's still going to be an important part of the foundation. But I think that one way or one avenue that you can experience breakthroughs as well is by showing that you know how to do what you do better. And you can do it in new ways and more efficient ways as well, and more futuristic ways. And this is a really good time for you to think about or consider incorporating some more like higher tech items into your desire to create greater career success for yourself. All of that could end up being really helpful to you. But when I look at this, ultimately, it is about you taking really leaps up the ladder in a few very important and very inspired moments throughout this coming year. Times when you find yourself in front of the right power player and you've got to make your pitch in an instant. So whatever it is that you want to go for, of course, stay committed to that. And at the same time, this conversation does also indicate that there are likely to be some changes, and those are going to represent the greatest leaps forward. And so have your vision, have your dream, have your goals, and at the same time, Be mindful of the fact that the universe is also going to bring you opportunities that for some of you out there are going to be about aligning you with a higher vision for your life. And you've got to be receptive. And just because something on the surface doesn't seem like exactly what it is that you're going for, doesn't mean it can't be just as rewarding, just as amazing, if not even more so. It doesn't mean that it can't end up feeling like you've really found your groove, which ultimately is what this element is about. It's you finding yourself in the right place, career-wise especially, where you feel like you're supported, where you feel like higher ups see the best in you, encourage the best in you as well, and you feel like you can see your higher potential, and you can see yourself actually on the pathway to that, on the trajectory of that as well. And that doesn't mean there's actually not accomplishment. This is a year of renewed goals and a renewed sense that great things are possible to you if you just commit to the process. And so whether that process is personal, based on your personal goals, or your larger career goals, you are going to find yourself in the midst of a time when you are achieving great things, and sometimes very much to your surprise. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great year as Jupiter moves through the sign of Leo. Enjoy.